Hello and welcome to Glove Supplier Series Show Me the Money, Part 1. My name is David Lawrence. I'm an Illinois qualified lawyer living and working here in Thailand since 2010. With my relevant experience for this series, I guess, is having been a litigator in the city of Chicago in the beginning of my career down at the Cook County, down at Cook County. Any of you guys know where that is and you've been there, you know what it's like. As well as working for as a foreign consultant in the dispute resolution department of Tilleke & Gibbons, which is the largest and oldest independent law firm here in Thailand. So I've been working in disputes throughout my career, which is actually why I got hired initially at Sri Trang. My other experience is with gloves at Sri Trang, working as in-house counsel for their parent company. Okay, so this is user requested. Because people have lost money and I think some of my other videos may trigger them to thinking about things they could have done differently. So let's talk about how to get your money back. Okay, and in this part, let's just get into it. Okay, so you got to figure out, first of all, maybe before you enter into the transaction, figure out what's going to make you call the ball. Okay, this is all about calling the ball and when you do it and your immediate steps afterwards. Okay, number one, the clock is ticking from when? Is the clock ticking from the third time they tell you that the production's been delayed? Is the clock ticking from the first time they tell you that they're going to return your money and then they miss that deadline? Or if they return a little bit of your money just to placate you? Not my opinion. My opinion is the clock is ticking from the second you send the money. Right? From the second you send the money, you need to be on them. Because as everyone knows, the time that elapses from the time you send the money, well, the money is dribbling away or going away faster and faster. So to improve your chances of collecting, that's when you should view the clock as ticking. Okay, and then, but now if we walk back into the pressure cooker, we walk back into the deal fragility, right? Where if you say, if they'll say, don't bother me or I'll screw up your deal. Well, if they're saying things like that and they can't respond to inquiries and won't, give you good status updates that are verifiable, it's not a real transaction anyway, and then you need to dive in and do what you can to get your money back. Okay, number two, you need someone on the ground, and this isn't a plug for me. I mean, I do this work, but it's not a plug for me, but you need someone on the ground to help you deal with this supplier. And I'll tell you, a lot of the times, the best person to do that is not your middleman, right? Your middleman may get a kickback from the supplier. They may have already taken some of the money anyway. Unless you really, really know your middlemen, they're not the people you should be employing to help you get the money back in the beginning, right? I mean, maybe they can make some inquiries, but you can't, unless you have some real good evidence to hold their feet to the fire and get them on there and trust them, right? And avoid using your middlemen to be the on-the-ground help. Okay, number three, you got to line up the middlemen, right? If there's 2 or 3 or 4 middlemen or people on the ground, you got to line them all up against the final recipient of the money that you know of. They all need to line up. Okay, if they don't line up, you tell them, well, I'm going to sue your ass too, right? I'm going to sue everybody in this chain unless you line up and get things moving. Now, whether or not you're really going to do that or spend that money is a different question we can get into later, but you got to get everyone lined up on your side. Okay, I'm getting fired up. Sorry about that. This is a passion of mine, and I've seen a lot of people get ripped off. Okay, in the next series, we'll talk about the real methods that you can, the next video, talk about the real methods you can use. Please like, share, subscribe, and any comments or questions are always welcome. Let's at least up our chances, even though they still may not be that good, to get your money back.